Stop everything. Right now, just for one moment. Something extraordinary has been unfolding in the spiritual realm, and it involves you directly, not in some vague, abstract way. You, specifically, the person reading these words at this exact moment. This is not coincidence. This is divine appointment. For the last 1,642 days, that is 4 years and 6 months if you have been counting. Though I know you have lost count of so many things, there has been an operation running, not against you, but for you. A carefully orchestrated plan that required precise timing, specific circumstances, and a heart that was finally ready to receive what I have been preparing. You have been rushing, I know, racing from one obligation to the next, collapsing into bed exhausted, waking up already anxious about the day ahead. You have learned to function on empty, to give from reserves you no longer possess, to show up for everyone while slowly disappearing from yourself. The smile you manufacture each morning, the strength you project, the way you have convinced everyone, including yourself, that you are fine. I see through all of it. I saw you last Thursday morning, sitting in your car in the driveway, hand on the key but unable to turn it yet. You needed just 5 more minutes before you could go inside and become the person everyone expects. The strong one, the reliable one, the one who has it all together. Those 5 minutes, when your shoulders finally dropped and the tears you had been holding back all day finally fell, that is when you whispered into the emptiness, I cannot do this anymore. I heard you. I was there. I am always there, even when you do not feel me. But here is what you did not know. While you have been running, convinced there is no time to slow down, no time to rest, no time to breathe, I have been running something else, a counter-operation to the 7 spirits of distraction that were assigned to keep you in perpetual motion. These forces studied your patterns, learned your weaknesses, discovered exactly which tasks could consume your time without meaning, which obligations could trap you without purpose, which emergencies could arise just when you were about to rest. One targeted your mornings, ensuring you wake up already behind, already anxious, already defeated before the day begins. Another focused on your evenings, making sure there is always one more thing, one more email, one more worry that keeps you from peace. A third specialized in relationships, creating misunderstandings that require your energy to untangle, drama that demands your attention to resolve, needs that pull you in directions that leave you drained. They knew that if they could keep you busy enough, distracted enough, exhausted enough, you would never notice the door where I wait. You would run past me every single day, and I would become background noise in a life that never stops long enough to hear me. But while this was happening, heaven was running its own operation. Every morning you rushed past the stillness where I waited. I marked it. Every night you collapsed into bed too exhausted to pray. I held you while you slept. Every tear that fell when you thought no one was watching, I caught in vessels of gold. Every moment you longed for rest but could not find it, I was preparing a restoration you cannot yet imagine. Now, pay very close attention to what I am about to tell you. 72 hours ago, exactly 3 days from this moment, something shifted in the spiritual realm. The legal claim that those spirits of distraction had over your schedule expired. The assignment to keep you in perpetual motion was revoked. The contract that said you must earn your worth through constant productivity was nullified. Michael, the archangel who stands in the presence of God, who cast the enemy out of heaven, has been assigned to your case. Not to observe, to execute. He is dismantling every false urgency that has been driving you. He is breaking every obligation that masqueraded as responsibility, but was actually bondage. He is clearing space in your life for something you have not experienced in so long you forgot it was possible. Rest that restores instead of rest that only delays the next crisis. Before you dismiss this as religious language that sounds nice, but changes nothing, let me be specific. Within the next 7 days, watch carefully for these confirmations. You will have a morning, probably within the next 4 days, where you wake up without the immediate anxiety. The panic that usually greets you before your eyes even open will be absent. In its place will be something unfamiliar. Stillness. Do not dismiss it. That is your first confirmation. Someone from your past, someone you have not heard from in at least 2 years, will reach out. Their message will seem random. They will say something like, "I was thinking about you," or "I felt like I should check in." But listen carefully to what they say. Hidden in their words will be something you needed to hear. Something that reminds you of who you were before busyness consumed you. That is your second confirmation. You will receive unexpected time. A meeting will cancel. An obligation will fall through. Something that was supposed to demand your attention will resolve itself without your involvement. You might initially feel guilty about the sudden space in your schedule. Do not fill it. That empty space is your third confirmation. It is a gift, an invitation to rest. Now here is where most people miss what God is doing. They receive the confirmations. They feel the shift, but they do not understand why it is happening now. They think it is just a lucky break, a moment of relief before the next wave of chaos hits. But this is not random timing. This is not just about giving you a break. This moment, right now, is the intersection of two divine operations. The dismantling of the assignment against your peace, and the awakening of the calling within you. You see, I have not been preparing you for rest, so you can just rest. I have been preparing you through rest, so you can rise. Listen closely now. A shift has just occurred in the unseen realm, and it concerns you. This very moment, yes, right now, a specific calling placed within you has been awakened. This moment did not arrive by chance. I moved things forward. This is not just another night. This is a time I arranged precisely for you. You felt that inner stirring, that sense of unease, that sudden pull, because the purpose I kept unseen for years has now reached its moment. You are not here by accident. You are not hearing these words by error. You hear them because my timeless plan is unfolding over your existence. This is what I intended, not a coincidence. The particular assignment I set for you, kept secret even from your own awareness, has been awaiting this very hour to begin. Your time of waiting is finished. The season of uncertainty has ended. I am summoning you to your position. I knew who you are fully long before you ever knew I was near. And now, at the appointed moment, the path I have prepared for you is becoming clear, and the way ahead for your unseen calling has been made accessible. You are not simply asked. You are being dispatched. You may feel you do not possess what is required, my beloved child, but I see your readiness to obey, not your capabilities. I do not look for those who are prepared. I prepare those I summon. You, my precious one, have been summoned to work within my design, guided by me, and from this point onward, your journey will be different. The situations surrounding you will shift. Difficulties might increase, but the might I provide you is far beyond any resistance. That is the source of your strength. It does not come from others' opinions, but from my commissioning of you. You have no need for others' acceptance when I have chosen you. Here is what makes this moment different from every other motivational message you have heard. This is not about trying harder. This is not about pushing through. This is not about grinding until you burn out for Jesus. This is about something most people never understand. You cannot fulfill your calling from a place of exhaustion. You cannot operate in your purpose from a position of depletion. You cannot walk in the authority I have given you if you are running on fumes. The world told you that rest is laziness, that slowing down is weakness, that if you are not constantly producing, constantly achieving, constantly proving your worth, then you are falling behind. That is a lie straight from the pit of hell, designed to keep you too tired to hear my voice, too exhausted to discern my will, too depleted to walk in the power I have placed within you. I am calling you to something radical. I am calling you to rest your way into your calling, not hustle your way into it, not earn your way into it, not prove your way into it, Rest your way into it. In the next 48 hours, you need to make a decision. Not a casual choice. A binding commitment that will determine everything that happens next. There are 3 doors in your life that need to be closed immediately. Not next week. Not when it is more convenient. Now, the first door is the door of false obligation. This is the door that lets in every request, every demand, every need that is presented to you as if it is your responsibility to meet. You have become the person everyone calls when they need something, and you have worn that badge like it is a virtue, but it is not. It is a trap. Behind this door are relationships that drain without reciprocating, tasks that consume without producing fruit, commitments that were never yours to carry. Close this door. You do not need permission. You do not need to explain. You do not need to feel guilty. Just close it. When someone knocks on this door tomorrow, and they will, you are going to feel the old pull to open it. Do not. Let them knock. Let them wonder why you are not answering. Let them find someone else. That is not your heartlessness. That is your healing. The second door is the door of comparison. This is the door that lets in the endless stream of information about what everyone else is doing, achieving, becoming. Social media feeds that make you feel behind. Success stories that make you feel inadequate. Highlight reels that make your real life feel like a blooper reel. Behind this door is the lie that you should be further along than you are, that you should have accomplished more by now, that you are running out of time. Close this door. Your timeline is not their timeline. Your journey is not their journey. Your calling is not their calling. I have a specific path for you, and it does not look like anyone else's path because it was designed specifically for you. Stop measuring yourself by someone else's ruler. Stop racing towards someone else's finish line. Your race is different, and you are exactly where you need to be. The third door is the door of self-sufficiency. This is the hardest door to close because it is the door that made you feel powerful. Behind this door is the belief that if you just work hard enough, plan well enough, try hard enough, you can make it happen on your own. This is the door that turned prayer into a formality instead of a necessity. This is the door that made you functionally independent from me even while you claim to depend on me. Close this door, not because I want to control you, but because I want to collaborate with you. Not because I want to diminish you, but because I want to empower you with something greater than your own strength. You were never meant to do this alone. The very fact that you have been trying to do it alone is why you are so exhausted. When you close these 3 doors, something will happen immediately. You will feel lighter. Not eventually, immediately. Because you will have just released the weight of things you were never meant to carry. You will breathe deeper. Your shoulders will drop. The tension in your chest will ease, and you will wonder why you waited so long to do something so simple. But here is the warning. In the next 48 hours, forces that have kept you busy will notice these doors closing, and they will attempt to force them back open. An urgent request will come through. Something that seems like it absolutely cannot wait. A crisis that demands your immediate attention. An opportunity that will disappear if you do not act now. And it will feel legitimate. It will look important, but it is a test. Someone will criticize your new boundaries. They will make you feel selfish for saying no. They will question why you are suddenly unavailable. They will remind you of all the times you said yes before. Your mind will whisper, maybe they are right. Maybe I am being selfish. Maybe I should just go back to the way things were. That voice is not wisdom. That voice is fear, trying to keep you in bondage. You will feel guilty about the time you are protecting. The hours you are guarding will feel wasteful. You will be tempted to fill them with something productive to justify the space. Do not. This is where most people fold. They touch the edge of rest and then run back to exhaustion, because rest feels foreign and guilt feels familiar. Speak this out loud when the counterattack comes, and I promise you, it will come. I see what you are doing. I recognize this urgency as false. I will not trade my peace for your panic. The old rhythm is broken. I am learning a new way to breathe, and nothing you send can steal what God is restoring. Now I want you to understand something about the calling I have placed within you. It is not separate from the rest I am giving you. The rest is not preparation for the calling. The rest is part of the calling. Most people think they need to rest so they can then go do something great for God. But I am inviting you into something different. A life where rest and work are not opposites but partners. Where you operate from a place of peace instead of panic. Where your productivity flows from abundance instead of anxiety. You have been observed, not just by me, but by forces in the spiritual realm. Your identity has been spoken in places not seen. Your existence was never secret, not from the powers of darkness. You were distinguished, not at your birth, but the instant you came into being. I set my sign upon you, and the darkness paid attention. There is no minor assignment from me. Even if you sought to disappear into the crowd, you would be unable. You bear something originating from forever, something that attracts the invisible realm. This is the reason your life has felt as though you were singled out, why you encountered resistance without apparent cause, why you were assailed before you even committed to any position. It is because the one who contends with me perceived it. He always discerns the potential before it is evident. You did not pursue this, yet it was assigned to you. You were distinguished in realms beyond your sight by forces unknown to you. Still, something inside you persevered. You could have surrendered. You could have turned aside. But you did not, because your innermost being recalled what your conscious thought had not yet understood. Every instant someone opposed you, I permitted it for a purpose. Why? Because the one who stands against me perceived something you did not. He saw what I had put inside you. Individuals attempted to hurt you with their speech. Connections sought to shatter you. Structures aimed to restrain you. This was not due to who you were at that time, but because of what resided within you. Your identity was recognized in the dark realms long before you ever communicated with me. Yet, you endured. Why? Because my favor preserved you until I could unveil this calling to you. The pain you experienced was not random. The betrayals were not accidents. The closed doors were not rejections. They were all part of a refining process that prepared you for what is coming next. You think your periods of waiting were just delays, but they were part of my design. The doors that did not open were kept closed to ensure your safety. The connections that fell away were removed to protect the work I have planned for you. Every soul I have chosen passes through a period of being unseen, a season when understanding is elusive, yet everything is being formed in stillness. You have experienced this. You have journeyed through times when your requests felt unanswered, lingered in spaces where I seemed distant, and bore a silence so profound it touched your very core. But none of that time was without purpose. You were being made ready during those still periods. That time you felt overlooked was not an indication that I had forgotten you. It was the beginning of something significant. The hardships you faced were not sent to cause you pain. They were elements of the path I set before you. The solitary periods you endured were not without reason. They forged the inner resilience you possess today. While others sought external approval, you focused on communion with me, away from public view. You confronted significant challenges when no one observed. You felt fractured when no one was aware. Yet you persevered even without support from others. This is how strength is built within the spirit. You did more than merely survive the challenging periods. Those times transformed you. Feeling isolated taught you how to discern my voice. The still moments helped you understand dependence on me. Difficulties prepared you to walk by faith in what is unseen. What you believed made you unsuitable actually reveals your readiness. Others may have perceived your periods of stillness as weakness. But from my perspective, quiet can be a path of wisdom. I safeguard what I am restoring. I shield what I am causing to grow. I kept you safe, not because you were damaged, but because you were growing into something significant that needed its proper season for revelation. You did not get here by acting like you were ready. You got here by going through it. You faced things that would have been too much for many others. And now that the strength inside you is clear, this time coming will not be about trying hard to make things happen, but just stepping into where you belong. Now receive these blessings with every part of your being. May your calendar clear in ways you cannot orchestrate. May obligations fall away like dead leaves from a tree that is ready for new growth. May people stop demanding from you what only God should require. May your mornings begin with stillness instead of anxiety. May you wake to peace instead of panic. May your body remember how to rest. May your mind learn to be quiet. May your spirit find the safety to simply be instead of constantly do. May sleep come easily and restore deeply. May exhaustion lift like fog under morning sun. May relationships shift from demanding to nourishing. May you attract people who pour into you as much as you pour into them. May conversations become life-giving instead of draining. May your circle become smaller but deeper, less crowded but more meaningful. May you rediscover joy in simple things. May laughter return to your life, not forced or performed, but genuine and spontaneous. May beauty catch your attention in ordinary moments. May you notice sunlight streaming through windows and actually stop to feel its warmth. May flowers catch your eye and slow your steps. May the world slow down enough for you to see it. Really see it. The way you did before busyness blinded you. May your calling emerge not from striving but from stillness. May you hear my voice clearly because you have finally stopped long enough to listen. May you walk in the authority I have given you because you are walking from a place of rest. May your work flow from worship instead of worry. May your impact multiply because it is coming from overflow instead of empty. Before this month ends, you will have testimony. There will be a day where you realize you woke up without dread. There will be a moment where you catch yourself smiling for no reason. There will be an evening where you are fully present with someone you love. And in those moments, you will understand. This was not just about rest. This was about remembering who you are. You are not too busy for rest. You are too exhausted not to rest. You have not lost too much time to recover. You are exactly on time for restoration. This is not the end of your productivity. This is the beginning of your wholeness. This is not the death of your calling. This is the birth of it operating the way I always intended. I am here. I have always been here, and I am not going anywhere. The door I have been standing at, the one you have rushed past for 1,642 days, it is still open. My arms are still extended. My love has not grown weary of waiting. Come home to rest. Come home to peace. Come home to the version of yourself you lost in the running. And from that place of rest, from that place of peace, from that place of wholeness, you will rise into everything I have prepared for you. Not someday. Now.